So here in Zoom, we're going to have a look at how we can trim a recording, a lecture recording within Zoom. So let's begin by jumping into my account. And then to find our recordings, we're going to come across to recordings and transcripts on the left. And it's in here that we can access the different recordings that we've made. So we've got this short 5-minute recording and this longer 3-hour recording. We'll choose the 5-minute recording. So in order to begin trimming a video, we're going to click on this shared screen with speaker view. We'll come to this window. And it's going to show us our current version of the video, which is 11 minutes and 18 seconds long. So if we come into the trimming options here, you can see what we have marked out is the areas of the video that we want to keep. So essentially, although it says remove here, what we're removing is that selection rather than that part of the video. So essentially here in this video, we're creating a version of the video that we want to keep. So essentially these blue areas are the areas of our recording that we want to include in the final edit. So if we come back to this section here and we start playing from around this point, you'll see what will happen is it's going to jump from this first blue box to the next blue box. So it's basically going to skip the section that we haven't selected. So this is nice because it means you can review what your final selection will be. The refining in here is a little bit clunky, so you're not going to get that real detailed refining that you'll get in a video editor, but it'll be good for instance, if we just remove these areas, if we have, introductory part to our video, but we want to keep the most of the lecture, maybe we've got some questions with students at the end and an introduction when people are arriving at our lecture at the beginning, we can keep the main bulk of the lecture, but we can trim it down to this blue selected area, or maybe you've got a break in the middle of your class, so you can trim it down to remove these parts. What it means is you can keep Zoom running, keep Zoom recording in case there's anything you want to capture in those particular moments. Here we're trimming this down to this first section and this second section. And the nice thing about Zoom is that when you trim it down, it will keep the original. So although we're going to trim it, so it says while content is being trimmed, which may take some time, viewers with access to this recording will not be able to view it. So if you're trimming it because perhaps you wanted to remove something that you don't want students to see within the video, then they won't be able to see it until it's trimmed down to your selection of that video, which is extremely useful. So we'll hit trim now. You can see we'll go back to the video. And now it shows us that this recording is currently being trimmed. It shows us the sections of that video that will be live at the bottom once it's been trimmed. And then we can always jump back in once the trimming is complete and go and modify that trimming. So if we refresh this now, you can see the trimming is complete. It's the shorter version of the video that I have selected here. I go back into the trimming and I still have that original part of the video that I can then modify and edit and refine. So I hope this is useful as an overview of how to trim within Zoom. If you do have any questions, then please do get in touch.